In a quiet village nestled between lush green fields and distant hills lived a boy named Ramu, just 11 years old. He was known in school as the latecomer, the poor one, the careless boy who never brought books. But what no one knew was the truth behind that reputation. Every morning, while other children hurried to school with neat uniforms and packed tiffin boxes, Ramu began his day very differently. Before the sun rose, he would light a small fire to cook porridge for his sick mother and little sister. His father had passed away when he was just 7, and since then Ramu had become the man of the house. Despite this burden, Ramu never complained. He would help his sister get ready, give his mother medicine, and only then run to school, usually late, usually tired, and without the right supplies. His classmates didn't know any of this. All they saw was a boy with dusty clothes, a torn bag, and absent-minded eyes. Among them was Anvi, a bright and disciplined 10-year-old. She sat in the front row, topped every exam, and followed rules to the letter. She didn't like Ramu. To her, he was lazy, irresponsible, and disruptive. One day, their teacher announced an essay competition. The topic was, "My hero in real life." Everyone was excited. Anvi immediately thought of her father, a kind government officer who always helped others. Ramu quietly took a corner seat and began to write. When the results were announced a week later, the school gathered in the assembly hall. To everyone's surprise, Ramu had won first prize. There was a wave of silence. Anvi was shocked. How could he win? But when Ramu was called on stage to read his essay, the truth began to unfold. In his trembling voice, Ramu read aloud about his mother, his hero. He spoke of her strength, how she raised 2 children after her husband died, how she worked despite her illness, and how she still smiled at him every morning. He spoke of the pain he saw in her eyes, and how it taught him to be strong, brave, and responsible. Tears filled the eyes of many teachers. Even the headmaster nodded with respect. That day, Anvi saw Ramu differently. The boy she once judged so quickly was carrying more weight on his small shoulders than anyone in the school. She felt ashamed for never trying to understand him. After the assembly, she walked up to him, holding a set of new notebooks. "I'm sorry, Ramu," she said. "You're the strongest person I know, a real hero." From that day on, Ramu was no longer just the late boy. He became a symbol of courage and silent strength. Anvi and others started helping him, learning from him, and most importantly, respecting him. Because sometimes, behind torn clothes and tired eyes, live the most powerful stories. And the cost of judging someone too quickly is losing the chance to know their heart. Moral of the story: don't judge people by what you see. Try to understand what they carry inside. Would you